shows full of conventional Hollywood cliches and recurring lackluster sequels. One critic has seen it all, who can provide you with all the movie news, opinions, and reviews that could very well save humanity as we know it. This is Libby's Movie Hunt. And now, your host, Libby Hunt.
Hi there, welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with Kevin E., my good buddy.
Hello, how are you?
How are you, Kevin?
I hope you're feeling better.
I am. Sorry to be out last week, and your mom was sweet to pitch in for me.
Oh, she loved it.
Oh, she was so cute. I would see where you get your love of movies
Yes.
from. I mean, y'all, I can just tell.
We're very like-minded. We could talk forever.
It's so cute. I was just smiling the whole time listening to y'all, so we'll have to get her to come back.
She wants to do a show now where she's like, I just want to come on and talk old movies and TV shows.
Exactly.
Like,
No, she could be a regular.
We could do that.
I know I have somebody to fill in for me if I'm gone.
Well, yeah, she had a blast.
Tell her thank you. Thanks, Carol. We appreciate it. Okay. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, I did, very much.
What'd you do?
Well, usually my sister, or a lot of the time, most years my sister and brother come home, but this year my sister is going to Thanksgiving with her boyfriend's family, and he's coming here for Christmas, and then my brother just wanted to stay in L.A., so it's just my mom, dad, and me.
Oh, what about your girlfriend?
No, she's on a cruise.
Oh, ooh,
she doesn't
fun.
get back till tomorrow.
Fun.
So yeah, it's just the three of us, but it was great. I mean,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We went out to our ranch in Glen Rose. David's family has a beautiful place in Glen Rose called Game Creek Ranch, and we ate entirely too much food, but it was fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all part of it.
So it's so fun. But I'm back and ready to talk movies. Since I missed last week, Kevin talked about Hacksaw Ridge, the movie directed by Mel Gibson, and you gave it popcorn worthy.
I give it Oscar worthy.
Oscar worthy. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wrote down on here, I thought it was kind of interesting. What's the true story, that happened at Hacksaw Ridge at the Battle of Okinawa. And it's a true story of Desmond Doss. But the Sam Worthington, I realized from Avatar was in it.
Yeah.
For a long time, I kept watching. I was like, oh.
You're like, where do I know that guy from?
Yeah, he was great.
I think it's weird. He was like really. I mean, they were putting him in everything for a little while.
I know.
He was like a huge rising star, and then you don't hear from him. And when I saw him, I'm like, I'm glad to see Sam Worthington in the movie again.
He's so
he's a good
handsome.
actor.
But okay, so I went down the list because I was interested in all the characters in it. Almost all the actors are from Australia. Okay, here's Sam Worthington.
Is Andrew Garfield Australian?
Okay, Sam Worthington's from Australia. Luke Bracey, who played Smitty, he's from Australia. Teresa Palmer, who played Dorothy, the beautiful. Well, no, that one. She's from Australia. The one who played his girlfriend. She had Kristen Stewart. She was just hauntingly beautiful. Okay, I thought Hugo Weaving, who played his dad.
Yep.
He was
from
a dressmaker.
The Matrix and
Yes.
Lord of the Rings.
Okay, he is from Australia. And I think his role was so good. I think he should be nominated for an Oscar for it.
It wasn't a huge role, but it was.
But don't you think it was an Oscar?
It was very good.
I'll be surprised if it's not nominated. I know there's 10 Best Picture. Are there 5 or 10 categories for Oscar? I think maybe just 4 or 5.
I'm not sure exactly.
But I think Best was supporting. I think it'd be a possibility.
I thought even though back when The Wolf of Wall Street came out, even though Matthew McConaughey was only in it for like 10 minutes, I thought he should have been Oscar
totally
nominated.
should have been nominated. But this guy, he was so good. What was that he did that was so funny?
It was, yeah, exactly.
He does.
One of them. I mean, people loved that scene.
Loved it. Okay, Rachel Griffiths remember she was 6 Feet Under?
I wasn't
She's
really familiar
Australian.
with. Okay.
The mother.
Mel Gibson is Australian, too.
He's from Australia. That's a little tidbit for you movie
crazy.
people. And then Vince Vaughn, I thought was exceptional.
I was genuinely shocked because I was so disappointed in his performance in True Detective because I loved that show, and I was so bummed out by it. But then I think this totally redeems that performance because I think that's the best thing he's ever done.
Well, he's such a good comedian, and how's he going to do this serious
Dramatic,
role? I mean,
yeah.
he was so good in, remember Psycho years ago?
I thought he was good at, Norman Bates.
But I thought he was great. I think he could maybe get nominated.
Possibly. Yeah, definitely. I mean, Andrew Garfield, I think for sure.
So thank y'all for putting, I had to just go down the Australian list because I thought that was a little bit of interesting.
It's crazy. It's all Australian.
Mel
yeah.
decided to hire Australian actors. But I'm glad to get, Mel has a good movie. He needed one.
Me too. And like I said, Bloodfather is a great movie. I mean, I don't know. It should be out digitally or on DVD soon, but it was great.
That he did?
That he stars in, yeah.
Okay, you're
in
right.
an action role. And I loved it.
I'm going to write that down on my list.
I was just so happy to see him on screen again.
I get ideas from Kevin, my young friend. Okay, then you also talked about Arrival.
Yeah.
With Amy Adams.
Oh no, I mean, I did not see Arrival, nor did my mom, so we missed that one.
Okay,
and I didn't see it only basically because I talked to you first, and the way you described it made me think like this is going to bore me. I don't want to.
Well, okay. Here's what it's less confusing than Interstellar. It's more focused than Contact. That's how to explain it. Did you like either of those movies?
I like Interstellar. Contact, I saw. I mean, I was pretty young.
But don't you?
I was like
with
10
Jodie
years
Foster?
old. Yeah, and I couldn't really follow it.
Okay, so it's like that. And then it's kind of a little more personal than Close Encounters. I don't know. I mean, I gave it half pop, but it is kind of hauntingly interesting movie about language and intellect, and I mean, it's beautiful in a way, but my dad's just a genius, and he literally said he woke up in the middle of the night going, I didn't understand that movie.
Yeah.
That's
and
frustrating.
See, I hate that feeling.
I know.
But I love Jeremy Renner.
Love him.
I mean, I think
Amy
he's
Adams,
a great actor. Amy Adams is great.
just the best
Yeah.
that's out there right now. So I don't know. Half pop for me. But half pop to maybe go, you know. I think you should see it since you're a science fiction guy, though.
I do like science fiction,
Okay, you have
but
to
it's
go
just
see
one
it.
that looked kind of boring.
It's slow.
It's kind of like I think I liked Interstellar, but I thought it was unnecessarily long, and the pacing was not very taut. It kind of
That's-
drags at parts where you're just like, oh my
That's
god,
how
this
Arrival
movie
is.
never ends.
Right. It's exactly it. You know what I said about it? I thought this was interesting about the pace being slow, but they thought it had something in common with Signs, the movie you like so much.
Oh, I do. I love that movie.
And one of a critic compared it to Signs, and I thought, well, I kind of see that. Kevin would like that because he loved that movie.
Yeah, there is
by M. Night
the
Shyamalan.
detecting the language
Yeah.
and I could see where there'd be some
So
similarities there.
don't-
I'm not going to write it off.
don't write it
completely.
off.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a movie you want to talk about?
I'm going to talk about Bleed for this.
Okay.
Because I thought it was great. I mean, I've been following the reviews, and it's fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, but only has like a 70%. I would give it much higher than that, just because I mean it's pure entertainment and like genuinely uplifting,
Is
where
it a
you're rooting for this guy.
boxing movie?
Yeah, and I don't usually
And
like
who's the
boxing
star?
movies.
Miles
Miles
Teller?
Teller,
Okay.
who people always tell me I look like.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't
always
see
go
that. I
Miles
think you're
Teller.
cuter than him.
Oh, thank you.
I think he's cute, but in a different kind of way.
Well, this is a role that's not I've never seen him in before, where he's this tough guy boxer who's on the top of the world after winning these 2 titles, and then gets in a serious car accident, breaks his neck. They say, he's saying he wants to be able to fight again, and the doctors are saying, we don't even know if you'll be able to walk again. And then Aaron Eckhart, a famous boxing trainer,
Who I love.
yes, they get together, and he kind of lifts him up, and he actually heals and does fight again. And I'm not going to give too much away, but there is a fight at the end, and it's great.
So what do you give it? Popcorn worthy.
Popcorn worthy,
Yes.
yeah. I'm not going to say Oscar. I mean, if I was given a percentage, I would put it in the 80s because it's just good entertainment.
But why doesn't it appeal to me? Because I like boxing movies. Why? I don't know. I'm not loving the advertising on it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say don't write that one off. Check
Okay.
it out because it's good.
Okay, I'll go see it. Because that just didn't appeal to me on my list, and I try and go see everything. But
And
there's
Aaron Eckhart is great, and so is Miles Teller, and the two of them together are great. Katie Seagal is great as well. I like
she's
her
in
and
it?
everything. She's in it.
interesting.
Yeah,
Well, who does she play?
his mother.
Okay, that's Katie Seagal. Well, Aaron Eckhart, I can't imagine him as a trainer either. That seems kind of interesting.
No, and it's really weird. I don't know if it's makeup or it's just the way he's aged, but he looks really old in it. That's something that was almost. He doesn't look like Aaron
No,
Eckhart
that's so
at all.
funny.
Where Miles Teller still looks like
Do we
Miles
know
Teller,
who
just in a
directed
better
it?
shape.
Anybody that is interesting?
It's Ben Younger, and I'm trying to think of what else he's done.
Since I've been
He directed some episodes of the TV series Army Wives. He hasn't really done anything. He directed Boiler Room in 2000, which wasn't particularly well received, but I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought
liked
that was
those
cool.
guys all like in
It's all like
financial
an investment. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I thought
my
that was
husband,
cool.
we liked that. Well, since I've been reviewing movies, I've become really kind of fascinated, and maybe you've rubbed off on me too, is looking up the directors.
Yes.
I mean, because I used to be so into the actors, but the directors are really kind of who make it all, of course, come together.
Especially when
They're
it
the
comes to a
orc-
sequel.
Exactly.
I'm always like, because it immediately off puts me. Like when I looked and I finally found out they're making a Bad Santa 2, and I'm like, oh, this is great because I love that movie. And I looked and it's a different director, and I'm
I
like,
know.
ooh, I don't know
why?
if you should switch that up. Yeah.
Well, it was speaking of directors, Arrival, Dennis Villeneuve, you know me and foreign names. He did my favorite movie of last year, Sicario.
Oh yeah.
So I
never
thought-
saw that, but my mom said it was great.
With Jake Gyllenhaal. He did Prisoners. I mean, he's done a Blade Runner to 2049. So he's done some good movies.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was kind of interesting to look him up. So, okay, so I will go see Bleed for This.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
That Bleed for This seems like an interesting title too. I don't know.
I mean, the only boxing movies I can think of in the past that I liked are I liked the first Rocky.
I loved it.
I think
liked
it's really
all of them.
good. I'd seen all of them. I
Yeah.
do kind of like all of them. I would say the Mr. T is my least favorite.
Yeah.
The Dolph Lundgren one I really like, where he fights the Russian guy. And then Raging Bull.
Oh, so good.
That was one I watched in college and wrote a paper on. So I
What
always
was
have a
the-
love for Raging Bull.
Clint Eastwood and
Uh,
they did that kind of a boxing movie, a girl boxing movie. Why-
Baby.
something baby.
Yeah. What is
It
that?
was
I'm going to look that up.
so good. For a boxing movie, I thought that was great. I think she won an Academy Award or was nominated.
Is it Hilary Swank? Is
Yeah.
it?
Hilary Swank, who I just love her. I'd like to see her in some more stuff. Okay, another movie I saw was Loving. It's kind of a low budget film, true story of
$1 Million Baby, I think is what.
$1 Million
That's it.
Baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
No,
jump
but that
in.
was good. Thank you for Jeff can pull it right up. But okay, did you see Loving?
No.
Okay, it's the true story.
You always are getting ahead of me on the independent ones.
Well, I love it. They're my favorite kind of movies. It's this true story of the interracial couple, Richard and Mildred, and their last name was Loving. Isn't that interesting? They fell in love and married in 1958. And in Virginia at that time, it was not legal to be an interracially married. And so they had to go up to Washington to get married. They come back to Virginia and are found out and are going to have to go to jail unless they move away. Can you believe that story? This is a true story, 1958.
That is, yeah.
I mean, that just seems like yesterday.
Insane, yeah.
So they moved to Washington. She kept wanting to get back to raise her kids in the country in Virginia. They get back home, and some civil rights lawyer takes it all the way to Supreme Court. And so their case did away with that law of not being able to be interracially married.
Which seems now is barbaric.
Is that insane?
Yeah.
It's so, but that was so recent in our history. It's just shameful.
Oh, I
And
think there's a lot of things like that when I watch films that I realized weren't that long ago.
Or
that
the
are
Holocaust.
absurd.
Certain things you're like, that
Yeah.
happened. I just, because I was born in 1962. Shouldn't tell my age. But I just can't believe those kind of things. I think in 1969 is when the Loving versus Virginia Supreme Court case, it was finally resolved. Can't believe that.
No.
But
that's-
okay, it's just a real sweet, dramatic movie. The girl that stars in it she just has so much to say with her eyes, and the guy that starred in it, it's Joel Edgerton, and he's Australian. He was the bad guy in The Gift. Did you see that? With
No, I did not.
he was good, and she's great. So I give it popcorn worthy. I bet it could possibly be nominated for an Oscar, either of their performances. It was that good.
Oh, okay. I recognize this guy now.
That-
Joel Edgerton. Yeah.
Edgerton, yeah.
Mhm. He was in Warrior.
But again, an Australian actor. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But I think it's a slow-paced movie, but it's good. Okay, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Did you go see it?
No, I'm not into that. I can't get into the whole. I never got into the Harry Potter movies. or
Okay,
any of the
well, I
fantasy.
didn't read the book, so I didn't understand the movies, but I enjoyed them. But
I saw the first two, and then it's kind of.
yeah, but they're enjoyable. This one was. You have to say that J.K. Rowling, the writer of the series in the books, she's got the magic touch.
Yeah.
I mean, she
At creating these worlds.
these worlds.
Yeah.
So basically, it's the adventures of this guy Newt in 1926 New York, secret community of witches and wizards, and this is what I didn't understand. I have to have a child explain it to me. So it's the story. He writes a book that eventually Harry Potter reads 70 years later.
Okay, so it is technically a prequel.
Right, it's a prequel kind of, but that's what my son and I were talking about. He goes to all of these movies with me. My daughter actually said it too. Is that you wish they had pulled in Harry Potter a little bit more some way. They do talk about Hogwarts and then the wizarding school here in the United States. So it's interesting to see the wizarding world in the States. But you wanted to see a little bit more about that in the school.
Yeah, definitely.
But like the characters, the animation, the special effects are amazing. I think you'd like it.
I think prequels are frequently like that, though.
Yeah.
Where you wish there was more of the original elements.
Exactly. That's what you wanted in this one, is more of the original elements. It was charming though.
And it's the first of. I mean, is this a book series that's ongoing? I'm not even sure.
I'm not sure either. And
I would assume so. That it's the first of
yeah.
several.
Well, in a way, I liked it better than Harry Potter because I think it's more of an adult movie, even though it's got a lot of animated animals and characters. The story's more adult. And you know who plays his? Oh, I guess it's well, not his love interest, but who's kind of along with him is Catherine Waterston. Her dad is Sam Waterston, and she played the wife in Jobs. I think it's about Steve Jobs.
Oh, yeah. With Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Well, she stars in this, and I think she's a really good actress. I'd like to see her in some more. And Colin Farrell's in it, and Jon Voight. Colin Farrell plays the bad guy.
See, I don't think Colin Farrell ever disappoints in anything he does.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's always great.
I would have liked to seen him a little bit more in the film. So I give it popcorn worthy. It's good. Have you seen anything else?
No, I mean, right now I start early with my holiday flicks.
Oh, no, are you going to watch one every night like you do at Halloween?
No, I'm not that bad. Only
Okay.
because there's not as many that I like and that I'll watch.
Okay.
I only have a list of like 10 or 12 maybe. But for Thanksgiving, I always have to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It's a good
so
one.
appropriate because they're going Thanksgiving.
Yep, they're trying to get
Candy
home for Thanksgiving.
And Steve Martin.
It's one of the only ones I can think of that's really a Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple family ones about family thing. Oh, that's a good one. Is it John Candy, right?
John Candy and Steve Martin.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Okay, well that's gonna have to go on my list.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll probably watch it a couple times. And they always play it on TV a lot around this time.
Okay, I'll look for it. Well, it's like me at Christmas. I have to watch It's a Wonderful Life and White Christmas.
Oh, I
Bing
watched
Crosby.
White Christmas and Holiday Inn. We also
Okay, I need to write Holiday Inn. I need to add that to my list. But do
that's
you
Fred
watch
Astaire and Bing Crosby.
Holiday
Good.
Inn? Do you watch It's a Wonderful Life?
My parents always do, and I usually skip it only because it's depressing.
But you know the
until
story.
end. Oh yeah, I've seen it many, many times.
Okay. I know it is hard to watch over and over, but it's so good. I only watched it once a year. I even bought it because I was like, what if I can't find it? What if it doesn't come on?
Yeah, no, we definitely have the DVD at home in our Christmas collection.
Yeah, your family. I love that they love movies. How much time do we have?
We have about 12 minutes.
Okay. Facebook World, hi. Thanks for tuning in. We're here every Friday live at 2 o'clock on watchonairlive.com.
And
Live
streaming on YouTube this week as well. So
yeah, we'll be streaming. So it'll be
check
fun.
us out on Facebook.
YouTube. Find us. We love having y'all watch. Okay. You know, there's certain movies I love.
Yeah.
What did I love? Hell or High Water was my movie of the year.
Mine too.
Sicario. People that know me in movies, I like kind of dark movies. If you look on Libby's Movie Hunt on my Facebook page, you can look at my list of my favorite 80 movies, and you'll be kind of surprised. It's such a mixture. I like weird movies, but why I'm saying that is there's this movie out right now called Nocturnal Animals, directed by the designer Tom Ford.
And that's one I hadn't even heard of before you told me about it.
It's like up there with Hell or High Water or Sicario.
Really?
For me, is one of the best movies of the year.
I'll definitely have to
But
check that out.
if you have to like a dark, artsy movie.
I do, absolutely.
I mean, I'll see it again. When I like a movie, I see it twice.
Like No Country for Old Men. Or
Loved it.
Fargo. Even.
Fargo, or you said believe for this. There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
Just those dark,
Very
dramatic movies. I love. Why do I like those kind of
I
movies?
like those too,
What does
so.
that say about me? I don't know.
I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time, in my top 5, is Leaving Las Vegas.
Loved it.
And I recommended to Zach, and he was like, that's the most depressing thing I've ever sat through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, it's so entertaining
good.
and so good. Yeah.
Yeah, this one is very depressing. But basically, and it has Amy Adams at her finest. She is just, I mean, she's nominated like every other year now. I mean, she's our Meryl Streep, I think. You know, they've been in a couple movies together. I think she's just fantastic. And it's visually stunning, this movie. I mean, because Tom Ford, I mean, come on. But Tom Ford, this is so fascinating. The designer, I think he's most well known for his sunglasses, wrote it, directed it, and he did everything. It's so basically it's a story.
That's
about,
really impressive. I didn't know Tom Ford had it in him.
Yes, no, and it's so being an art director or a designer. I think it's just so beautifully there's some scenes just that are just gorgeous. But Amy Adams plays a successful art gallery owner in L.A., and she had been married to Jake Gyllenhaal, and she leaves him in the worst kind of way and ends up with Armie Hammer, who is so beautiful. You know, the actor Armie
He's
Hammer.
not in enough good movies.
He is really good in this.
Because, I mean, I like him. I think he's good.
I loved him in the movie about Facebook.
Oh, yeah. The Social Network.
Social Network.
Yeah.
He played the twins. He was
I
good.
liked the movie The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that movie was cool.
I loved it. But he's in it. So it's basically, her marriage breaks up. Jake Gyllenhaal always called Amy Adams, or her character Susan in the movie, a nocturnal animal because she didn't sleep well. And her husband kept leaving to go out of town, and their marriage was unhappy. And Jake sends her a manuscript. He was a writer that he had written called Nocturnal Animals. And so what's so interesting, there's this Amy Adams, Armie Hammer, Jake story, and there's this sub-story. She interweaves, she's reading the story that her manuscript throughout the whole film, and it's a movie within a movie. I have chills literally telling you about it. It is this crime story that Jake Gyllenhaal talks about this nightmare of him. It's him, his wife, and his daughter. They're redheads. The girl and her mother are, and they're driving across Texas or going to Marfa, Texas, and this tragic nightmare thing happens to him, and you just can't believe how this is interwoven.
No, I'm definitely liking the sound of this. This is right up my alley.
No, and then at the end, the ending I didn't love. I will have to say, be prepared for that, because I was like, oh, but it leaves you thinking. But it is a story within a story. I'm telling you, y'all. Remember when I said, go see Don't Breathe? There were people out there on Facebook that are like, I'm so glad you told me to go see it, that horror movie, that the blind guy in the house and the kids get in. And
I agree. And a lot of people go, oh, I don't see horror films. And I'm like, well, it's more than that.
No,
it's like, I'm not sure.
You loved that, didn't you?
Oh, I loved it. I liken it to Wait Until Dark with Audrey Hepburn.
So good.
Hush was also a film that was kind of similar psychologically. Right. That was good. I don't know. I started to go off on a tangent.
With Jessica Lange.
I'm not sure who the star is, but it's a deaf girl, and she's being stalked by a killer.
Oh, yeah.
And so she has to figure out ways to use that to her advantage, and I really enjoyed it.
Right. Well, I told people to go see...
But Don't Breathe is excellent.
Well, people were like, oh, I wouldn't have gone to see that. And I had several people on Facebook go, I'm so glad you told me to go see it. So I'm telling y'all, go see Nocturnal Animals. I hope it's not forgotten at Oscar time, because it is an art house kind of quirky little film, but amazing.
There are little films like that slipped through the cracks that I think could have been huge Oscar contenders. Nightcrawler was always one of those for me. Dark, creepy, great acting, great directing. Yeah, I love that film.
If you like Jake Gyllenhaal, he's so good. And I mean, you're going to have to go today.
I mean, is he as good in this as he is in Nightcrawler? I mean...
no, because he was so...
Because that's one of the weirdest characters ever
with
created.
His tick, his eye kept...
He was just so creepy.
Yeah.
And believable.
Well... Was he nominated for that?
No, I think he was completely snubbed on that role. Not only should he have been nominated, he should have won. That was an outstanding performance.
He's great.
Drive is another one that I thought was completely overlooked by critics.
That?
No, it's Ryan Gosling, but it's a similar art house, dark, violent movie.
Again, I liked it.
Yeah.
I like Pulp Fiction. Like on my list,
love it.
Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2, loved.
Yep.
I mean, is that normal?
Reservoir Dogs?
Loved it. Now, that's not on my list. It should be, because I only have 80. I need to make 100. You need to make a list.
I do. I actually need to sit down and
and we'll put your list on my Libby's Movie Hunt.
Okay, awesome.
It's my top, and they're not in any particular order, because I just couldn't even go there, because I love the 80 movies so much. But I need to make it 100.
I find it so hard to make a top 5.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always shuffling things around. But I know Goodfellas is my number 1 and Jaws is my number 2.
Okay, those are on my list for sure. They're in my top 10 or 20.
And Leaving Las Vegas.
Now, that's not on my list.
Not on your list? Oh,
I like it.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm one of the only people I know who really likes that movie, to be honest with you.
I liked it. Well, we went through a lot of movies. I'll tell you also what I've been doing on Libby's Movie Hunt. I've been putting Netflix shows I love on there. And recently I watched The Crown. It's about Queen Elizabeth's early years as being the Queen of England. And it's really good. Like, I totally binged on it last week when I was sick. I watched all 10 episodes.
Okay.
The Crown.
I should check that out.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We both agreed on Stranger Things. That was awesome.
Loved it. And then also, I just watched Amanda Knox. We've talked about that on the show. But there's some good things on Netflix right now. The Call the Midwife is supposed to be good. So...
Yeah, speaking of, watching from home, if you're not watching a Christmas movie over the Thanksgiving, there's a lot of good stuff out on DVD right now. Like, I loved Star Trek Beyond. I watched that again over the weekend.
And now Star Trek Beyond, is that a recent one?
Yeah, it just came out over the summer, and now it's out on DVD. It's at the Redbox right now.
Oh, the one that was out this summer is already on DVD?
Yep.
Okay. I remember going to see that this summer. How funny.
Those movies are just so visually stunning to me.
You love them.
I do. I love Star Trek.
My husband literally was like, get it, it's Star Trek, not track. I kept saying track. What we talked about the Star Trek movies is I love how they keep the campiness in it.
Absolutely.
That's the best part.
And the dynamics between the three main guys, between Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, they totally preserve that. And I think that's very important and definitely contributes to it being as popular and successful as it is for a reboot franchise.
I loved it. Well, that was fun. Always talking movies with you.
I know. I can't believe we're already.
I know, we're done.
We're already at the end.
Well, we'll not tease you with anything else. We'll tell you later what we're talking about next week. But I guess we're done. Thanks for tuning into Libby's Movie Hunt, and we're here every Friday on WatchOnAirLive.com at 2:00. Bye.